Hi, I hope you're having a great day. In this episode, we will take a look at Universal Pictures' Puss in Boots. Arriving more than a decade after the previous installment, the smart, sweet, and funny Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, proves some franchises only get better with age. The movie is almost 2 hours long. We got a lot to cover, so let's jump in. The story begins with Puss in Boots, a well-known hero and criminal that's throwing a party in a town called Del Mar. The people are having a good time and are dancing and cheering. They blow fireworks, which leads to a big sleeping giant to wake up and attack the villagers. Puss fights the giant and, after an intense battle, defeats him. While celebrating his victory, he tragically gets struck by a bell and dies. He regains consciousness, and meets a doctor that tells him that he might have used up 8 of his 9 lives. Puss then goes over all of his previous deaths, and which adds up to a total of 8. The doctor gives him an address to a lady called Mama Luna that can help him and advises him to stop going on adventures and retire. Puss doesn't agree and walks off. Later, in a neighborhood pub, he encounters a shadowy wolf with a black hood. The wolf challenges him and almost stabs him in the head. Puss panics and runs off without his sword. He frightfully flees to the address he was given by the doctor and ceremoniously buries his clothes in the Mama Luna's garden. He then gets adopted by Mama Luna and starts living his retired life among other cats she has saved. He also meets a dog that has disguised himself into a cat called Perito. The next shot introduces the family of Goldilocks and the 3 bears, who is a crime family who happens to visit Luna's house in search of Puss. They search for him in the house but gives up when they discovered his so-called grave. Puss overhears them discussing a mystical fallen wishing star that, to a person carrying its corresponding map, can grant a single wish. The Goldilocks family leave and Puss follows them to the location of the map together with Perito. The map is given to Jack Horner, a dishonest pastry chef and aficionado of magical objects, by some bounty hunters. Puss rushes into Horner's bakery to steal the map because he wants to rebuild his lives. Unexpectedly, he meets up with his bitter ex-fiancée, Kitty Softpaws, who is also looking for the map. Kitty, Puss and the stray dog Perito ends up escaping with the map. This angers Horner, which leads to both him and the Goldilocks family pursuing them. Puss momentarily sees the hooded wolf again as they run away. The map takes the group to the Dark Forest, a dimension that appears differently depending on who is holding it. Puss and Kitty are shown dark, perilous roads ahead. Perito's path is bright and appears to be peaceful. The map shows 3 tests that the group need to go through, which includes a pocket full of posies, the river of relaxation and the field of quick and easy solutions to get to the wishing star. While arriving at the pocket full of posies, they get attacked by the flowers, but Perito saves them by smelling their insides. Horner also gets there and uses his bag of endless bottom to take out a magical phoenix and starts using it as a flamethrower on the flowers. He also brings out a talking grasshopper that acts like Horner's continuous and judge him on his actions. Kitty, Puss and Perito is now traveling down the river of relaxation. While Puss and Kitty argue about why they broke up, they get ambushed by Horner and his gang. A skirmish breaks out and Goldilocks and her family also join in on the action. Puss notices the hooded wolf once more during the clash and runs away. This distracts Kitty, enabling Goldilocks to take the map. While meeting up, Puss then confesses that he regretfully left Kitty at the altar on the day of their wedding after Perito calms him down. Kitty overhears their chat and admits that she didn't go to the wedding either because she didn't want to compete with someone who loves themselves more than her. Goldilocks' crew becomes sidetracked by a manifestation of their woods dwelling, giving Puss and Kitty a chance to reclaim the map from her. Goldilocks captures Perito as the scenery changes, while Puss is imprisoned in a crystal tunnel, leaving Kitty to retrieve Perito by herself. Inside the crystal, he meets crystal representations of himself from his previous lives, who make fun of him for altering his outlook. The hooded wolf then makes an appearance and identifies himself as Death, explaining that he is seeking to take possession of Puss' final life because he is resentful of the way he spent the others. Kitty and Perito watch in awe as Puss departs in a panic with the map. Losing the map angers Goldilocks, and the bears are devastated when she says that she wants a human family, but they nevertheless promise to assist her. Kitty and Perito follows Puss to the wishing star, and scolds him for being self-centered and admits that what she really wants is someone she can trust. Puss explains that he needs to get his 9 lives back, which angers Kitty even further. While arguing, both Horner, the bears, and Goldilocks show up, leading to yet another fight between the parties. The conflict results in Goldilocks giving up the map in order to save Baby Bear, and Horner simultaneously gets thrown into his own magical bottomless sack by Kitty. While Puss is holding the map and is wishing for his 9 lives back, Death aka the Hooded Wolf shows up and interrupts him. He imprisons him in a ring of fire. And a skirmish breaks out between them. Puss then declares that he is done running and will never stop fighting for his last life. This earns him the respect of Death, as he can see that Puss has lost his haughtiness and truly accepted his mortality. Death walks away telling Puss that they will eventually meet again. After eating a miraculous growth cookie, a huge Horner emerges from his bag and steals the map from Puss and Kitty. Perito manages to buy some time by doing a cute dog trick which distracts Horner for some time and leads to Puss, Kitty and Goldilocks retrieving the map from and ripping it to pieces, making the wishing star to collapse and swallow Horner. Kitty and Puss falls in love yet again, and he decides that he wants to spend his final days with her. Goldilocks moves in with the bears and starts running Horner's bakery. Days later, in order to visit some old acquaintances, the family steals a ship and head to the kingdom of Far Far Away. That may lead to another sequel. Thank you for watching. These videos take a lot of time to create, so if you liked what you saw, please consider subscribing and leave a like, or these cute dog and duck will haunt you in your dreams, and we don't want that to happen, right? Take care, see you in the next video. And oh, by the way, the movie gets 9 out of 10 from me.